Hi there, it's Debbie from celestialastrologyhealing.co.uk, and today I'd like to say happy full moon in Libra tomorrow on Thursday, the 6th of April at, I think it's 5:34 or 4:34 a.m. That's GMT, so you would have to adjust that to your time zone. I'll also talk about some other planetary placements in the heavens, which are creating some cosmic weather forecast for us to navigate at this time. So what I love about this image is the sign of Libra, the scales, weighing and trying to balance the fulcrum point of the moon, the feminine aspects of ourselves, our inner emotions and reactions and sense of environment, and our body, connecting to our body and our feminine inner world, with the sun, the masculine principle within us, the dynamism, our soul's purpose, our ambition, and our spirit. So at the time of full moon, the sun and the moon are always in complete opposition, and I can show the chart later. If you're new to my channel, I'm looking to try to hit 100 subscribers, so please subscribe if you'd like to hear more of my astrological sharings. I'm relatively new to YouTube, and the more followers I have, the more inspiration I will have to provide and work on these videos, which are quite basic at the moment, but yeah, I'd like to just share what I know. And yeah, the full moon in Libra. So what we have here, there's a sense of balancing the fiery Aries sun, which is exalted in Aries, so very powerful, dynamic, courageous, bold, aware of the self, ruled by Mars. So that dynamic Aries sun is in the heavens at the moment through this Aries season, since we came into spring equinox around the 20th of March. And then we also have the moon, which is in Libra, which is ruled by Venus. So Venus is the goddess of love, beauty, and harmony. And she loves to unify and bring together and find that perfect balance where we can come together, shared in our experiences. So the dynamism of the opposition, there can be a tug of war unless we can get that balance. So the awareness of our own needs and our own self-expression, balanced with how we can work with others in cooperation, partnership, collaboration, respecting the other point of view. So this is another lovely image which I found today, when I like to use images to represent the feelings that I feel when I think about the Libran full moon. So Libra is aware of two sides of everything. And so therefore you can see the struggle that this goddess Venus here, shall we say, is having, because she's just aware of the opposite sides of things, and that can lead to that sort of tug of war dichotomy. And also there's other planetary placements which are going on in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. Venus is in Taurus, the temple that she rules at this time. So she's at home to exert her energies and her influence upon us all as a society. And as I was saying, she loves peace, harmony, sharing ideas, collaborating with others. And the air sign of Libra is very much of the mind and of communications. And it's really important to be able to integrate that during this full moon, bringing fruition from the new moon previously. So I'll like to share another image. This. But before I do, this image here just shows of the peace and the harmony, the appreciation of beauty, of security. When Venus is in Taurus, where she is just now, this is what she appreciates. She moved into Taurus on the 16th of March. So therefore, she's moved out of the fiery sign of Aries, which precedes her in the astrological wheel. Aries being the fire dynamic sign of the zodiac, the start of the astrological year. And as we move into the Taurus season, where Venus is also in co-presence with the north node of the moon, Rahu, and also Uranus, which has been in Taurus for some time, there can be some struggles to maintain that balance because Uranus brings different ideas to the table, some rebellion, innovations, thinking outside of the box, which can be destabilizing as well as exciting. So this is the chart of the full moon, which I'd like to annotate. Hopefully I've got the right tools here. So where are we? Okay, here is the sign of Taurus. The sun here is at 16 degrees Aries, 7 minutes opposite the moon. So there's always the opposition during the full moon, as I was saying. If you use the lunar cycles, maybe at the new moon 2 weeks ago, the seeds that you have planted with intention may be coming to fruition. And if you think about the cycles on a larger scale, there would have been a new moon in Libra back during Libra season, which would have been in the autumn time. So 6 months later, here in the spring, these things can be coming to fruition in this area of Libra. And this would depend upon where the axes of Aries and Libra are in your own natal chart. If you look on my website, I can put links below. My videos and blogs shows you how to create your own natal chart using free software so that you can use whole sign houses and see where your natal planets are placed in which houses, in which areas that the zodiac signs are on the cusps of different houses. So then you can work out which house the sun and which house the moon and all the other planetary placements are in your natal chart to get a feel of which areas of life will be activated at this time. So let me just circle the Libran ruled. Oh, look, that's a square. I haven't done that before. Okay, so yeah, the planet Venus here, she's at 24 degrees Taurus, co-present with Uranus, the rebellious, the innovative, the electric, the destabilizing influence, and the north node of the moon here, Rahu, which also accentuates. Rahu is the head of the dragon, the severed head of the dragon, and he's insatiable to achieve and absorb and be successful in this area. So success in security, appreciation of what you have, to what makes you feel safe. Venus is all about that, appreciating beauty, comfort, love, harmony, arts, relationship, peace, and love. But Uranus will be destabilizing that. And also Mercury, the planet of communication, has moved into Taurus. When was that? On the 3rd of April, so just a couple of days ago. And Mercury will remain here in Taurus until the 11th of June because of this retrograde cycle that's about to come up for Mercury. Mercury will be retrograde on the 21st of April and then go on direct after the 14th of May. So people probably may have heard about retrograde periods not being a good time with Mercury for making plans, so or travels or technologies, things like that. There can be a time of reviewing, reflecting, revisiting, those sort of things. And also with Mercury now having moved out of the dynamic, fiery cardinal sign of Aries into this earthy sign of Taurus, things can be slower, more considered, because Taurus is a fixed earth sign. Everything is a bit slower in earth. Everything takes more time. Seeds need to germinate. Ideas need to be processed, watered and fed, and allowed to come to fruition in their own time. So very much a time of patience, using practicality and experience and not rushing. So this is the dynamic energies of Taurus at the moment. And we also have the stellium of planets in Aries, the Sun with Chiron, which isn't a planet, it's part of the Centurion belt, it's an asteroid related to healing, and Jupiter, the largest planet of the solar system, still co-present with a 4-degree or so orb now, but still very much activating this Aries nature. And when we look at the moon is in opposition to Chiron and the Sun, as it is at full moon, and Jupiter. So there's potential for healing here within areas of wounds that we carry. We all have our wounds, our hurts from the past, but with the moon opposite Chiron in Aries, there's also the potential to reflect and heal upon things that we carry within ourselves, so that we can be more, have more self-belief to carry forward, to be all that we can be in the future. I would like to also share another couple of images which relate to other planetary placements in the sky that we've gone through recently. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. This doesn't seem to be working, so I'm going to stop that. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. Is this it here? Oh, thank you for bearing with me. So recently, on the 7th of March 2023, Saturn, Kronos, Lord of Time, the most distant planet of the solar system that the ancient ones could see with the naked eye, a place of distance, hardship, limitation, death, age, all of these structures that may limit us and make us feel burdened. Well, Saturn moved into Pisces, so this is a nice image of showing the waters of Pisces, shown by the symbolized by the two fish swimming in opposite directions. So this is not a place that Saturn is able to really put down his usual structures and boundaries and limitations so much, with Pisces being a very fluid sign of the zodiac. It's the fish swimming in opposite directions, ruled by Jupiter, so expansive and just flowing and connected to the collective. So there's potential here for maybe discipline to be less able to get set in stone as much as it maybe could have done when Saturn was in the sign that he ruled in Aquarius, and before that Capricorn. So this time there's some sort of nebulous energies with Saturn there. So being aware of your own boundaries is really important, taking on responsibilities and limiting yourself to protect yourself, whilst being compassionate and aware of others' needs as well. It always starts with the self, and from the self, then you can help others. And where's this one? I've got another one here. Oh, here it is. Not quite as big, but this is Pluto, god of the underworld, Hades. He recently moved into Aquarius on the 23rd of March. Well, he's dipping his toe in. He will be retrograding back into Capricorn around the 12th of June. And then next January, he'll be coming back into Aquarius. He's a very slow moving planet. Then he retrogrades back into Capricorn again. And then November 2024, he will stay in Aquarius for about 20 years. So a very slow moving planet, god of the underworld, bringing what lies beneath the dark, the hidden, that taboo, power struggles, finding your own power, issues with others to get that worked out, areas that need healing and transformation. So if you've been aware of any significant changes in your life since around the 23rd of March, this may have been influenced by Pluto having moved out of Capricorn, where he's been for about 19 years, into Aquarius. So there's all of these different planetary energies going on at the same time. So as an astrologer, you're aware of slower moving back hum in the background, and these more modern planets such as Uranus, Neptune and Pluto weren't seen by the ancient ones. So quite often Hellenistic or ancient astrologers casting birth charts, or those astrologers now that work with these principles, don't include them in the birth chart. because they see them as a more of a generational influence over, for example, Pluto would affect a generation of about 20 people at 20 years. And therefore, unless I tend to put them in a natal chart if they are in close aspect to a personal planet, or on an angle, because then they become more personalized, I feel. But it's good to be aware of this background hum of these very slow moving planets. Neptune is also in Pisces and has been for many years now and will be for more years to come. Uranus has been in Taurus for quite some time. I haven't got all the dates here today. I just wanted to say, just be aware of this lovely full moon, but there are some challenging energies around, but we can always focus on our inner strength and our compassion, and sending out the light to others at this time and reaching our potential whilst respecting others. I think this is a challenge for this full moon in Libra. So I'll say thanks for listening. And again, if you're happy to press subscribe to my channel, once I reach 100 likes, I will do a free giveaway of a natal chart reading, looking into the natal promise shown by the gods and goddesses who represent the planets from ancient times and where they are at work in your personal chart, and then maybe have a look at some of the timing techniques which activate different areas of your life. So thanks for listening. Happy full moon in Libra tomorrow, and sending out blessings to you. Bye for now.